Good morning. Monday, the 4th of April. And just like that, we're in April, aren't we? It's quite scary, isn't it? And apologies, I am a couple of minutes late this morning. Long story, not going to bore you with the details. But here, as ever, every Monday, live at 8:05, 8:06 even, joining you with more free social media hints and tips. I'm Karen Curitin. I'm a social media trainer and coach and work with businesses and individuals to help them get results from their social media activity. So today's topic, is all about planning for social media success. And I planned this topic before the events of last week. And because we were coming to the end of our first quarter in the year, and this is a perfect time to reevaluate how this year has kicked off for your business so far and what you've accomplished versus what you set out to do. Because it's really easy on social media to pick up your phone, take a snap, write some posts, create something with one of the fabulous apps you can use to bring your story, your content to life. It's so easy to do that. Maybe create a poll in LinkedIn and do some other fun stuff. Maybe create a reel or whatever. There's so much you can do. But that's like that. That's sort of running by the seat of your pants. That's not planning. And perfect example is a week on Wednesday, I'm heading over to Newark for a morning of co-working. And I sort of know where I'm going, but I'm definitely going to put it into my sat nav. And that's one of the challenges that we have, is that a lot of people, when I ask them questions, when they book a call with me, I ask them about how much time they spend on their social media. And firstly, they're probably spending far too much time. And usually that comes down to, when we start and explore it, is they're not planning ahead. And if you're not planning ahead, then you sort of are knee-jerk. The other benefit to planning is that you have a focus, direction, a bit of clarity about what you accomplish, but then you can take a step back and review it, which you should be doing. So for the end of that first quarter, you should have reviewed what social media has generated the most interest. Now, without doubt, across the majority of platforms, the thing that works the best is any content with photos of real people, something that people aren't expecting to see. I'm working with my lovely members of my 6-week content challenge. We've got our second session today, and understanding their why. So that's why people want to work with them. What is going to be the differentiator for them that's going to make them want to learn and use their products and services, to buy, invest with them, depending on what they're offering. And that's really important. So part of your social media plan is not just about putting that plan into place. It's also about auditing it. How did it perform? What worked really well? What didn't work well? Who are you competing against? Has the focus and direction of your business changed? But also, by having a plan in place, it means that if you are taken away from the business for a few days, it means that you have got the opportunity that things will still tick along, because you've laid out those foundations. And this is something I talked about in my April blog, which I'll post the link on below the live, which is really all about looking and taking a long, hard, objective look at your plan for social media success, but also the success of your business or the organization that you work within's business. Because if you haven't done that, then you could be missing out a lot of opportunities. Making it really hard work, having that plan will make such a huge difference. So a perfect example is, unfortunately, last Thursday, I was taken unwell and lost probably 36 hours, and unfortunately had to let somebody down. The lovely Sophie Downing, who's a professional makeup artist, had invited me to test drive her new makeup training videos, which I was really delighted and thrilled that she'd asked me to do so. And I was devastated because I was planning to have everything back to her before Friday. And then I took really unwell on Thursday. And the first person I thought of was her, because I knew I was going to be let down. Because let's face it, the last thing you feel like doing when you're not well is putting lots of makeup on or taking time over your makeup, because I'm actually not wearing that much more makeup than I'd normally wear. In fact, today's look is the very last one. So I did apologize to her over the weekend again. And so this is the Glam Awards look. So that's why I'm wearing maybe a little bit more eye makeup than I'd normally wear on one of my Monday lives. So if you think a little bit different, then that's down to the lovely Sophie Downing. So a big shout out to Sophie. She's launching her makeup packages today. But think about what your plan needs to be. My plan was really clear. What I wanted to accomplish for Q1 was in place. Now, Q2 for me is I'm working on 3 different conversion plans to take people from being maybe aware of my business, having joined lives, understanding of who I am, what I offer, but then moving through a variety of stages to then at some point becoming a valued client. And that's the key thing, is that some people will turn into a customer or client much faster than other people will. There's some people that I've known for years before they've become clients. It's about timing. And also, we're not always the right fit for each other at that moment. And maybe our business direction and focus has changed. And I think that's really important. So my top tips for you today is take a step back, have a look back. We're in the first Monday of the month. This is when I run my social media reports. So have you done an audit of what you accomplished through the first quarter of the year? What content worked? How many private messages did you get on LinkedIn inquiring about your services? What was the differentiator that made people want to work with you? And what sort of follow-up have you done? Have you been speaking to people about your business, written proposals, quotations? How often are you following them up? Are you picking up the phone and ringing them? So all of these different elements, as well as having a bit of an audit of your social media profiles, because if you aren't doing an audit of them, you maybe need to give them a freshen up. This is a perfect time to do it. But set some really firm benchmarks about what you want to accomplish for Q2, Q3, and Q4 of this year, and of course into the years beyond. But focus on your next quarter. What do you want to accomplish? Why do you want to accomplish it? When do you want to accomplish it by? And what tools and skills do you need to get you there? And that's me, Karen Curitin, as always, talking fact, not fluff about social media. If there's any topics you'd like me to cover next Monday, and I will be on time, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you all soon. Take care.